You know what I thought would be fun? Since I don't know if you remember this, you had a WrestleMania party and you and I actually watched WrestleMania 16 together.
I
You remember
do.
that?
I
Okay.
do.
How many WrestleManias were you on the main roster for? The two?
Two.
Okay.
Two. And I was in both of them.
Okay. So that's what I want to
Yeah.
talk about. What is the week of WrestleMania like when you're on the main roster?
A lot of work. Hustle, bustle, moving around. The first one, we were in the Battle Royal, which was like the opening of the show. I don't know if I think it was dark, technically dark.
Hmm.
So the boys were in the Battle Royal and I got to go down the ramp, which was insane. It was like to be on that end of it, to then look out to see everybody in places where you've been the fan to like be watching.
Right.
So that was exciting that I was even able to go down the ramp with them. And then I just went to the back. Um, but the week of, it's just appearance after appearance, and then like everybody's like, and I didn't have as many appearances as say like someone that was higher up, like the Shawn Michaels, John Cena's, and Bess and Melina's and stuff like that. But you're still moving around because there's a lot of fan access going on, and it's definitely built from what I was doing. The first year that I was there, I was able to bring my brother because you could bring like somebody with you. And I think it's changed now, and I brought my brother because he was the reason I got into wrestling. He would hog the Saturday
Wow.
morning TV. So when I called him, I was like, do you want to come to WrestleMania? All expenses paid. So that was really fun to be able to give back to him and spend that moment with him. And so I flew him in and he stayed like with me at the hotel. The only struggle was um, I had appearances and he couldn't really come on those appearances. So the Miz's friends were like room over. So the Miz was kind enough to let him kind of tag along when I wasn't there. So, but the first year Stone Cold's Condemned movie came out. So everybody, that was part of the week that everybody was going to go to like the red carpet event for that. But myself and Jillian had an appearance because it was in Detroit. We had an appearance over the border in Canada. So we were the only two people
Oh,
that missed the movie. And I was like, oh man, I kind of wanted to see it. Um, so that was interesting because it was just me. It wasn't the boys, it was me and Jillian. So, and I'd always been with the boys. So yeah, it was hectic. And then trying to figure out like, Hall of Fame, and then can we go get hair and makeup done, or because I mean they're scheduling everything so closely for the fans and all of these appearances, and to kind of keep it situated and going. So it's a lot of fun. It goes by very quickly. So
does the office put you up in a hotel?
yes,
They
because
pay for it.
yeah, they want us all in one hotel for that. So yeah, it was nice. So it keeps you all centered. And then all the fans are like, they know you're there. And it's definitely a hotel that's like locked down, like they've got security and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely interesting on that point and on that perspective.
What was the second mania you were part of?
Um, where was that? That was when I was in the Lumberjill match. And Snoop Dogg was in the match with it was Beth and Melina against Ashley and, oh my God, my brain, I'm so awful. Ashley and Maria? Yeah, Ashley and Maria. So I was in the Lumberjill match with them. That was fun with Snoop Dogg. And that's where I got to go down by myself and stay out there the whole time. So um, again, super fun to look out. And now I'm at the ring and seeing, because like the echo of the arena and the stadium and stuff. So that was fun to be able to, again, the day's just so long, and we were later in the card. And so that was super fun. I forget where that was. Gosh, my brain. I know the first one was Detroit and Orlando. That's where it was. It was in Orlando. So that time I brought my brother again, and then he brought his best friend. So then like when I wasn't able to be with them on appearances, then they, and I have to say they were super excited, and I was able to get them like a whole bunch of like Mania merch. So like
Wow.
room was, I was so happy to treat them. So the hotel room next to me, was adjoined, and I was able to get like a whole bunch of, so on their beds, I put like Mania sweatshirts and their passes and stuff. And they went and got all this liquor, and like they were ready to just like party it down. And they ended up leaving a lot of, I mean, they got like the tumblers of vodka. And,
Wow.
even though we went out and did stuff too, like they left a lot of liquor in that room when they checked out. It's like, oh my God, I can't bring it, because then I was on to the next town and they were going home. So it was like, this hotel's gonna make out. But yeah, so that was fun too.
What's the Hall of Fame like for a talent?
That's even more like daunting, because you're just standing around all dressed up, waiting to be sat, and then waiting for the speeches. So that that's super fun to be there for the inductions, but the
Right.
the the length of waiting time is daunting. As opposed to WrestleMania, you're backstage, you can go sit here, you can go sit there, you can sit in the family box, like the show's going on like the whole time. Whereas the Hall of Fame, it's so much time to just stand and wait before they like usher you into like your seat or something. But no, the Hall of Fame's great. And at the time, when you're there, you can see all of the speeches in full length. Whereas when they aired on TV, only certain people at the time, because we didn't have the network at the time, certain people would get edited and you'd only see like two of the
Right.
five or whatever. So, but that was fun to get all dolled up with everybody and to have that special moment and stuff. So, in my first year, we saw Dusty get inducted, which was amazing to be there for, and see Cody for like the first time be
Yeah,
able to
just a
speak for
kid.
us. Yeah. So, yeah. So that was exciting.
Do they
Yeah.
tell you like you have to sit here? They tell you cheer? Do they tell you? Do they give you any direction, or you just do what you want?
No, they do. They had assigned seats for the talent where they wanted to sit them.
Hmm.
Um, because some of them would be on camera. You know how like someone will say, "Oh, thank you,
Right.
John Cena for this," and then they so they did pan and sit you certain places. So, and then everything else was just more of like a fill in for family members that were still there. And but yeah, the talent they definitely had strategically placed. Yeah.
Any Mania or Hall of Fame after parties do they throw?
Oh
The
yeah.
Office?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the after party is insane. I couldn't hang. Because it's everybody, like, and at the time, I know they've cut it down, but like everybody's friends and family. So it was like at the hotel, the penthouse banquet halls usually, and it's just elaborate food and music, and people are just coming in and out. It's like a wedding reception. And it's just
Wow.
like the most decadent food and drinks and dancing, and you see everybody coming in and out. And everybody finally letting loose. We've built up to this Mania. We've had our Super Bowl. We've had such a great show, and then we all get to just kind of let loose, even though like in a day or two we're at Raw and kind of starting over again. But yeah, it's impressive. It's impressive. It's a
Did
payoff for sure, because you've worked so hard, and it was always just so fun.
Vince show up to the after party?
No.
No?
I didn't see
Oh.
him, and I didn't always stay too long, because I'm awkward in situations like that. But no, I didn't see Vince unless he came very late or very before.
Mhm.
I didn't see him.
Do you
Taker,
get a
everybody else would go. Like everybody would just
yeah?
really kind of kick their feet back and enjoy themselves. So yeah.
Do you get a separate Mania check, or is it just part of your regular check,
Oh, it just,
part of your
yeah,
downsides?
you'll see the fluctuation of pay. So and they do say like which shows you were
Mhm.
paid for. So, but yeah, that was always significantly different.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug?
Um, well, my Instagram, DDC Chick, is out there. I have Twitter or X or whatever they're calling. So that's former Diva Cherry. So FMR Diva Cherry. And I'm actually working on some new exciting business skills and events coming up. So keep an eye on my Instagram, because I'm going to post it on my stories. I'm kind of working on something really exciting I want to share soon. So keep an eye on that. But other than that, those are the social medias I have. I don't have Facebook, at least now. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear anybody who wants to reach out. I've got photos, I've got some other stuff coming up. So yeah.